You've noticed that your wife is not respecting you. Maybe she's saying things that are inappropriate, unkind, flat out mean. Maybe she's dismissing you. She's not giving you the time of day. She doesn't listen to your opinion, your point of view. Or maybe she's taking you for granted and she doesn't say thank you. Doesn't say thank you, doesn't say, it's not just kind of the normal everyday politeness. This is common. It happens a lot. These days, it happens more and more and more. And the reason it happens is because men don't know how to stand up for themselves in general. And that means even to your wife. Because if your wife isn't respecting you, the reason why doesn't she respect you? Well, she doesn't respect you. The big picture answer is because you've accepted her not respecting you over time. She's not, you've allowed it. And if you allow it, then that means it's going to become more prevalent. It's going to become more common. Now, if the best way it goes is when anybody in your life shows disrespect to you, you set a boundary. I don't like it when you do that. Please stop. And then you hold that boundary. You hold the line. You enforce that boundary. And that means standing up strong, repeating it again and again and again, and then start adding consequences, which is this slow, incremental removal of your time. And I say that now, wherever you are in your marriage now, if your wife doesn't respect you now, it's because it started a long time ago and you accepted it. And think about it. If you do what I just said by enforcing these boundaries, there's no way you could arrive. If you did that in the past, there's no way that you could arrive today in the present time and your wife not respect you. Because if you had done it back then, you would have enforced the boundary, and either your wife starts to treat you in a more respectful way or she doesn't. And if she doesn't, then slowly you spend less and less time together until you realize, hey, this is not the kind of person I could be with. And that's basically what it comes down to. You've got to respect yourself enough to be able to stop taking bad behavior from other people. And until you do that, there's no fix for your wife not respecting you, except the slow enforcement of clearly stated boundaries. Now, if you're going to try this, and I recommend that you do, you got to start slow. Because if this is a problem that's been happening for a long time, then you can't rip the Band-Aid off. Because whatever way your wife treats you now, that's normal to her. Whether it's healthy or not doesn't matter. That's normal to her. So a drastic change, a 180 change, is going to be unsettling to her. It's going to be like the world's been turned upside down. And in some ways it has been. And you might be right. That might be the best way, that might be the healthy way to treat you, but that doesn't really matter. It doesn't need to change like that. You need to start setting small boundaries, low stakes boundaries, and these are low stakes means there's nobody watching. It's you and her alone. The number of people watching you set a boundary with your wife, the stakes increase exponentially. So start setting small boundaries with your wife, say no, and enforce those boundaries. Now the other side of this is, if she started not respecting you, that's not okay. You have to set that boundary for sure, but it's also a good catalyst to have a look at yourself. Have a look in the mirror. How you doing? How you doing? Are you making progress in your life? Are you being a good man? Are you standing up strong with a solid spine? Or are you taking the easy way? Are you sitting on the couch watching Netflix? Are you, putting on weight? Are you getting out of shape? Are you letting problems just go because you don't have the mental bandwidth to solve them? Because all of these things will eat away at your woman and eat away at the way that she respects you. So it doesn't mean it's okay that she treats you unkindly or disrespectfully. It doesn't. But it does mean that there might be a reason why she's doing that. And maybe there's something that you can do to become a better man and be more commanding of respect while you start to enforce these boundaries. Got a question, comment, whatever, leave in the comments below. I'll come back and check them out.